jävla irriterande. En av dem väntar någon plötsligt. Okej, tester 1, 2, 3, tester. Det ser ut som det funkar. Sätt över den. Lim in där. All right, så sätter vi den in dit. Okay. All right, and as you bared with me for the Norwegian, hello everyone, and welcome back to another round of the Drivers Room Acelith Design Endurance Championship. I am your commentator, Mr. Kimaru75, or just Kimaru, or Kim, however, or whatever floats your boat. So, yeah, round 5 of Season 3, 2023. Today we are going to Deep Forest Raceway, the reverse variant in the Group 4 machines. As you can see in the background, I always have a proper class car to represent the car choice or car type, car class that will be used in tonight's race. So, as we all know, the intro for the race and the race brief is as follows. For Season 3, Round 5, so 2 weeks ago at Suzuka, Flappy finally got his first win of the season, overcoming the rapid Tier 1 debutant Gary with a more consistent drive. The twin, that win catapults him to the top of the table, but that a lead is a little misleading due to Blue and Cartman both missing from that race, and therefore have in effect already dropped one of their mandatory 2 scores. For Deep Forest, Flappy will be using his new Ferrari for the first time, and he swapped out the GTR. Thank heavens for that, because the GTR chews up tires. Four-wheel drive cars really not great in Group 4 in my eyes at the end of last season. So yeah, Ferrari for Flappy. We will also see 3 Alpha 155s on the grid, the first time since Dennis left the series. Mickey swapped out his trophy for the 155 last season. And it will at the very least benefit from the Alpha's trademark lightning start. The only time Adec has been on this track and config before was in the Group 2 machines, and it was on the proper way around, so no lap records to compare since this track was not in GT Sport. So the expected lap times are to be in the 132-134 region, and we're expecting maybe a 38 lap race and a probably 2-stop on soft. And the pit stop on this track is fairly long at 22 seconds. So it's going to be interesting to see how Gary does tonight in the generally unloved Bugatti, with the long straights and a couple of hairpins where the all-wheel drive pays dividends. He might surprise a few, and then again he might crash and burn. I'm sorry, Gary, but the Bugatti is probably not the best choice all around um, for this one. So it looks like the Adec lobby is open, and we are going to go into the lobby. Hey, AG. You just checking out some Adec? Yeah, that's fine. How you doing, my friend? Missing you in DRTT. Just gotta wait for this stupid network environment. Still haven't improved that, Polyphony. Alright, here we go, into the lobby. Tons of turmoil. Alright, alright. Good to know. We'll be happy to see you back. Alright, holy shit, that was loud. Alright, gotta change a little bit on my desk. There we go, take that there. Alright, so Flappy on the first flying practice lap, and everyone should know that the hairpin the other way around is significantly more difficult than the right way around. I for sure have no idea how to do this turn properly. As we see, Flappy does it perfect. So let's see how he does in the Ferrari 458 tonight. Ivano in the Lambo. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going on. Oh, fuck. Hey, Dennis. Just had to type a message there. Yeah, it was a cool track to race with you. If I hadn't been torpedoed by Topa back in the day, but can't really blame her for that either because, yeah, lag. Hey, Grim. Chat is a little bit delayed on YouTube, but what else is new? Alright, trying to get into a comfortable position. As we see Gadget in the 155. Cartman in the McLaren. Let's see what he can do. And Blue Racer, of course, back in action. Was missing last week due to some commitments outside of the game. Ivan there. We have Muller in action. We have Gary. If I remember correctly, Dennis, you got first, I got second. I mean, I was all the way back after that crash, after that torpedo, but I managed to get up to second. If it wasn't for that torpedo move, I probably would have fought with you the entire race, I think. Chuck, I don't think you're supposed to be here. Is he? Or do we have a new one that I have not? Who is that? Because I don't know who the hell that is. Walker Space. Is he in or is he? I don't think this guy is supposed to be here. Oh, he is. So it's a new one I didn't know about. Huh? Walker Space. Huh? Portrait speed. What? Where's Paul on that list? Okay. I'm a little confused at the moment. More Walker Space. He's new. Where's? Oh, Lens. Lens is the name. Lens. Oh yeah. So we now got 3 Ukrainian fellas in Adec. All right, got it. I didn't get the memo. Gadget, talk to me after the race, my friend, because I did not get the memo that we had another new guy with us. You gotta let me know these things, man. I don't pay attention to Discord all that much anymore. Yeah, I was beginning to think we had an intruder, and I was about to ask him to kindly get the fudge out, but apparently we have a new guy with us in Diedrich. We're gonna call him Diedrich. Or do you have a better call sign for him, Dennis? Chuck. Yeah, we're gonna call him Chuck. So Chuck and Paul and Cartman. Chuck and Paul and Cartman. Sorry, did you, Chuck? You're now Chuck. We're gonna have some comedy in here. So welcome to Adec, Chuck, and give it your all. It looks like Chuck is in the same team as Paul. And we have Grim on track. We should have another one into the lobby as well. I believe that is H-Boss. He might not have shown yet. Mickey in the 155. We have Grim in the SLS. Mickey there again. We have Jules. Chuck is a good name, yeah. And there we have H-Boss. We should have a full lobby tonight. I'm thinking we're yeah, I think Toasty's not with us tonight either, so Toasty's only done one race so far. He should try and sign up a little earlier so he can you know, get some races in. Oh, this hairpin turn is difficult on the other way around. You have to brake at the correct section and everything, and not easy. So we're just waiting for the qualifier to start now, and should be in a few minutes. Muller is in the Genesis. Toasty backed up because livery? Okay. Oh, so Gary took his spot. Okay. Shouldn't back up because of the livery. But pay good attention to Muller today. He might surprise a lot of people. He might be able to get some good performance out of that thing. Always a very sneaky driver, very consistent. Oh, he didn't have... Oh, he hasn't had the time to make it then. He's had 5 weeks now. Hey, Gary. Good luck tonight. Give him hell, Gary. Jules in the Sylvia. I don't think he's changed out of the Sylvia once so far this year. Flappy and Cartman are illegally fast. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Cartman and Flappy are illegally fast. I'll be sure to give him a ticket after the race. Multiple tickets for speeding. And Flappy still not able to match Cartman's lap time. All right, about ready to get this show on the road. Alright, I'm just gonna check something here. Gadget will be the first to drive anyway. So, that's the wrong button. There we go. Let's see if that works. Wasn't there a way of getting timestamps? Alright, so Gadget onto his first flying lap. And you see some gray clouds, but from what I remember, there shouldn't be any rain on this track yet. Unless they've added it. I heard some rumors they were going to add it, but let's see how Gadget will do for the first lap. We have Blue Racer right behind him and Bacchus right behind him there. Flappy fourth, Grim there in fifth, Jules sixth, Boss in seventh, and Gary in eighth so far. None have set a lap time just yet, but we'll see what the lap times will become. Let's hope Gadget doesn't encounter any traffic. Such a good track, Deep Forest. I even like the hairpin change of the track. Still would have preferred the original, but here we go. Let's see what Gadget does. A 132 and a 131 from Blue. So we have a leader for the moment. We have Flappy there in second. H-Boss in third. We have Flappy with a 131.6. We have Gary with a 131.9. Not bad in that big bug. H-Boss a 32.8. We have Gadget there, 33.2. Jules with a 35.5. And Mickey 36. So he must not have had the best of laps. 36.3 there for Grim. We have a 36.5 for Bacchus. Paul there is on his flyer right now. Let's see where he ends up. .133. He had a penalty. Yeah, you might be right there, Dennis. It is a high-speed track, for sure. Ivano with a penalty there. Ivan with a penalty. We have Chuck on an outlap, so he must have done something wrong somewhere. Also in the Ferrari. It looks like Grim and Chuck are racing each other, and Muller still to set a lap. And Flappy now with a 131.5. And we have Cartman with a .040 behind. So, yeah, very close between Flappy and Cartman for sure. We have Blue Racer there, .084. So, very close between the top three at the moment. And then we have Gary in fourth. Maybe Chuck is a control user, pad user, you know, pressing down the left stick as hard as possible. So Flappy has the preliminary fastest lap at the moment. Could be a two-stopper tonight on soft, so we'll see how that goes. I wonder how Gary will do with that transatlantic of a car. You never know. AG. The bug might surprise us all. Gary is a good driver. Maybe he can tame the beast. Still no better lap time from Flappy. A 1:35.4 for Ivano. Blue Racer on a hot lap. We have Gary there, Ivano with a 34.7. I'm very interested to see how Gary will actually do in this one. Yeah, but then again, the Bugatti is not very kind to its tires, I think. Grim in the pits. We have Chuck on a hot lap. Muller still hasn't been able to set a good lap. Flappy, will it be an improvement? No. We did have Gadget with a 32.6. Good enough for 7th place for the time being. We have H-Boss there with a 32.3. Bacchus with a 31.9. A little bit of a stutter from Gary. Wouldn't surprise me if PDS screwed up the servers yet again. Remember Berkey and the bug on high-speed ring? Yeah, well, high-speed ring is a little bit different. It's just, you know, a couple of turns and just mostly straightaways. But yeah, like I said, Gary could surprise everyone today. Definitely. Bacchus in the Lambo as well. Hey, Urk, Gary is slow. Yeah, you're right there, Dennis. It back in those days it was also on a different tire model, so a physics model. 15 minutes long, AG. Qualifying is 15 minutes. Then there's a 3-minute break before the race, so everyone can get some refreshments or take a leak, and then a 60-minute race. Pole there with still a 33. Chuck 35. Jules a 33. Wait. Oh yeah, 33, not 35. Muller with a 34.9. 36.3 for Mickey. Might need a little bit of time to reel in that Alpha. It's not a true alpha if it doesn't break down anytime in the race, as most alphas should do. Flappy then still hasn't improved on his fastest lap time of 31.548. That is almost an anagram of the model number of that car. 548, 458. But Cartman still hasn't been able to capitalize on this. He still hasn't been able to set a faster lap than his teammate. Blue Racer also still trying to make up some ground here, but they don't talk trash about Alpha. Hey, I'm just stating the facts that Jeremy Clarkson once said. A true alpha isn't a true alpha if it doesn't break down. If you want beef, take it up with Jeremy Clarkson, Jezza. Hey, Luco. So let's see then if Blue can capitalize on this and get a better time. In for, oh, he's sector best. A little wide on the grass there. Might have slowed him down a little bit. Knowing Blue, he's got a trick up his sleeve. I think he's gotten some tunes done as well. So go, go, go. Let's see what it's gonna be. A 31.5, not enough. But managing to push Cartman down to third place at least. We have Gary still. Still a 31.9. You will definitely have a talk with him. Nobody trash talks about my alpha. Hey, I like the alphas, okay? I love them. I just... That saying from Jezza has never escaped me. It's a charming feature or something. That the alphas break down. Alfa Romeo tends to make beautiful cars. I'll agree to that too. Just the 155, I love the 155. But they tend to make lots of numbers on their cars, like Audi and BMW and all that. So I don't remember the model names all that much. You barely watch Top Gear? Oh man. Well, you should watch Grand Tour at least. They just keep up with their shenanigans in that one. Oh yeah, the Lambo might still have OP tire, whereas we see a drift from Marcus. Oh my goodness. Alright, that should be 10 seconds left of the qualifier. Oh, they use names mostly now, okay. Well, looks like Flappy has this qualifying covered, as he has a new best lap time of 131.463. A 34.4 for Muller. Where does that put Muller? 13th place. Will Flappy be able to improve one last time? Looks like, yeah, Blue is out of contention for P1 at this point. Will it be a new best lap time for the flappiest flappy of them all. It will not. But Flappy still has pole position. Blue Racer in second. We have Cartman there in third. Is it going to be a new best lap time for him? 36.1 for Grim. And no new best lap time for Cartman, as we see Bacchus has parked it, but he managed to beat Gary in the qualifier. Gary has a penalty, and that is qualifying. It's going to be 3 minutes now until race start. So get your refreshments, get your toilet breaks out of the way as we take a look at the screen before I take a toilet break myself. So pole position then, Flappy. And we have Blue Racer in second. We have Cartman in third. We have Bacchus there in fourth. We have Gary in fifth. H-Boss in sixth. Paul there in seventh. Gadget in eighth. And we have Ivan there in 9th, 10th for Ivano, 11 there for Chuck, Jules 12th, we have Muller in 13th, we have Mickey there in 14th, and Grim in 15th. And top 7 within a second of each other. Yeah, that is crazy. So yeah, a couple of minutes break, and I'll be right back. All right, back in action here. Come on. Put that over the oven. Just a little softer for my legs. Don't mind me. There we go. Oh, good. Good. Oh, so much better. Alright, just waiting for the race to start. Took some pictures just in case. Alright, here we go. Round 5 about to begin. Only 3 more races to go after this one. And season 3 is done for the year. Adec, I mean. Here we go. Looking like a good but a little slow start from Flappy as he tries to cover off Blue. Very good start from Cartman, it seemed. Oh, very close, very close. We have a good starting Alpha from Gadget. However, won't manage to get through the hairpin. Let's hope there's no damage between anyone at this point. Gadget there in 4th still. We have Gary fighting against Bacchus. Bacchus now up in the 5th. Gary up in the 5th again. Bacchus up to 5th. We have Ivan, H-Boss, Mickey. And I think everyone got through the hairpin cleanly without accident. As we see Cartman now hooking on to Flappy's rear bumper. What little of a bumper he actually has. As we see the top 3 is just inching away from Gadget already. Yeah, indeed, AG, pretty clean start. And Flappy now being hounded by 2 extremely fast drivers. Being chased by 2 extremely fast drivers, one being his teammate, the other being one of his rivals. You see Gadget there being chased down by the rest of the field. And a very good clean start from the entire field. As we see the rest of the cars behind. We're gonna follow the fight for second for a little bit as we try to see what Blue will try. Is he going for a move on the inside? Was there a contact between them? I think there was a little bit of contact between Cartman and Blue, but no damage. Blue is really on edge tonight. He's really aggressive. Maybe he's got a good tune. Cartman has one job now to hold up Blue. Try and defend his teammate a little bit, but then again, Cartman really wants to win himself. Yeah, there is a big gap down to 4th. As we see, Bacchus has now gotten in front of Gadget. That Alpha sadly doesn't have a lot of straight line speed, but it is one of the best starters in the field. As we see Gary there in 6th, he's dropped down a few positions. We have H-Boss there in 7th, also in the Lambo. We have Paul there, we have Chuck, we have Mickey. Mickey's on mediums, so as we saw Muller as well. There we go. We have Grim, we have Ivan. Ivan has damage, so he's been into the wall or into someone. We have Ivano as well and Jules. So the top, or the 3 at the bottom, has damage. As we see, the battle for 2nd and 1st is still going on. We have a battle there for 4th, no 5th. As we see, Gary has gotten himself up into 5th now. As we see Flappy trying to hold off Cartman, but Cartman just going on the outside there, managing to get himself up to 1st place. We have Flappy then down into 2nd place, the defending champion. now losing the position to Blue as well. Looks like the McLarens have a little bit more to go on. Flappy managing to hold on to second for the time being, as we see Cartman just moving away now. I think Cartman might have some more speed, race pace than Flappy. Flappy is trying to hold off Blue for P2 there. I think the McLaren is a little bit faster down straight than the Ferrari. I don't know if there's been a BOP update today with the latest Spec 2 patch. I really don't know. Probably have been some secret BOP updates in this patch, for sure. As you see, Flappy is still trying to hold off Blue. Blue is right on his heels, and Flappy has gone too wide. He's got a half-second penalty. That is not going to be that's not going to be good for Flappy at all. As we see, Blue is trying to go on the inside into bridge corner, and I think Blue managing to go on the inside there into bridge corner and moving himself up into second place. Flappy's got some catching up to do, as we see Gary up in the fourth place now in front of the Red Dragon. I think Gary's starting to get up to speed with that mighty Bugatti, and he's going to try and catch up to the top three and involve himself in some fighting. As we see Bacchus there in fifth, we have Gadget in sixth there with a half-second penalty as well. Probably been a little bit too wide out of the island. As we see Paul with a move on H-Boss into the inside of last turn and making a move up into seventh place. A very opportunistic move there from Paul, but making it stick. The bug is smelling blood. Oh, hell yeah. As we see, H-Boss is getting his position back. Looks like the Lambo is a little bit faster down the straight than the Porsche. And trying to take up the chase to Gadget, but goes very wide into the hairpin and making it very easy for Paul to get past. As we see, Gadget also has lost a few positions now after his half-second penalty. Really didn't do him any favors there, Gadget, with a half-second penalty, but he soldiers on. Gadget is the tire wear champion, the tire wear master, but then again the Alpha is really tearing down the front tires, it seems. As we see Chuck in ninth, as we try to get our fingers to work here. Chuck in ninth, doing well so far in the debut race. Mickey there in 10th, trying to hold off Muller. Muller's on his heels. Muller is on the warpath, trying to do everything he can in that Genesis to get past, or the Bentley. As we see Grim there in 12th, doing good so far. 1 second penalty though. We have Ivano in 13th, right behind them. Damage for Ivano. We have damage for Ivan. Damage now on both wheels for Ivan and the front splitter. Definitely going to slow them down a little bit more than they actually want to, but no one is going into the pits yet. And we have Jules also soldiering on. Back then to Cartman, as he is a second and a quarter in front of Blue. And Blue is taking up the chase to Cartman. Flappy then 3 seconds down from Blue. The Ferrari seems to struggle a little bit on the race pace, but he should be able to hold off Gary for the moment. And oh my goodness, look at, oh wow. Yeah, Gary's tire's not doing good. Like I said, the Bugatti is a tire muncher, and I think he's going to struggle with tire wear for sure. I think it's going to be more than 2 stops for Gary on soft. As we see Bacchus in 5th with his teammate in 6th there, being followed by Paul in the Porsche. Nom nom nom, Bug loves tires. Oh yes. He's gonna have a high consumption of tires in the Bugatti, that's for sure. As we see Gadget in 8th there. Tire wear not as bad as the Bugatti, but still very high tire wear on the front. As we see Chuck, very even tire wear in the Ferrari. Let's see, Muller has gotten in front of Mickey. So the Bentley is doing good. Ivano there, right in front of Ivan. Ivan with damage to his front tires and splitter. Good battling at the rear at least. Grim's holding on too. Just keep it going, my friend. Go, go, go. Jules in last place at the moment. He'll have to drive with the damaged car. Probably not very easy, as we see Blue now almost 2 seconds behind Cartman. And he has torn off his tires quite a lot. So would Cartman. So it looks like the tire wear on the McLaren is pretty even on both drivers. As we see Flappy now catching up a little bit to Blue. Still has a little bit of work to do. The half-second penalty really didn't do Flappy any favors. As we see Gary, and we can hear that big mighty Bug with the V16 behind him. Very detuned V16, but let's take a look at the top speed here from Cartman. Then we're going to go back to Gary. So the McLaren manages to do before the turn 230. And we have the big Bug. It isn't as fast. I would expect it to be faster down the straight, but it isn't as fast, as we see Gary struggling a little bit through the hairpin, and Bacchus closing in together with H-Boss. As we see Paul is right on, he's right up the gearbox of H-Boss there. That little Cayman is, it's like a, yeah. It's like something you just can't shake. He's like glued to H-Boss. Nice battle there for 6th. I'm thinking Paul is just trying to get himself within range. He keep himself within range. Maybe Cartman running lower downforce and Gary higher downforce, or perhaps indeed speeds are pretty even by default. Yeah, you might be right, Dennis. I really don't know how the guys have set up their cars. But the Bugatti is it is a big boy. It's not light, as we see. Oh! Cartman's had an issue. Cartman's had an issue. No! Cartman has had an issue. What in the world? We're probably too late to look at that issue anyway, but Cartman has had a crash somewhere, and we have a new race leader in Blue, but Blue has probably, yeah, he's chewed up most of his front tires. But yeah, that is not good. We're gonna, after the race, we're gonna take a look at the replay and see what happened to Cartman, that's for sure. Yeah, last lap somewhere. Yeah. I'll take a look at that after the race is done. Look at the replay with you all, and we'll take a look at what happened to Cartman. Didn't expect to see that, but yeah, Blue is running away, but will he be able to run away far enough? Because he will have to go in and take a tire change soon. As we see, Gary is into the pits and nowhere left on the left tire. And we do see Flappy closing in a little bit on Blue Racer now. Flappy does have a lot more grip than Blue. A lot more tire life left. But yeah, Blue is definitely thinking now maybe a lap or two more, and we'll have to go in and get some new boots. But Flappy is definitely catching on now. As soon as Cartman goes in, he will get that damage fixed, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with again. But if a podium win is going to be a possibility for Cartman tonight, I do not know. It is a long race to go, 17 minutes driven. As we see Bacchus now getting a little bit of a gap down to his teammate H-Boss, as we see Gadget into the pits. Oh wow, yeah, Gadget. Oh wow, his front tires are dead. Wow. Yeah, Bacchus. We have H-Boss. A little bit of stutters tonight. Paul in sixth now. Still trying to keep up with the Lambo boys. As we see Chuck. Gary then down in 8th place after his pit stop. And yeah, Gadget pitting way earlier than I expected him to, but his tires were gone. As we see Mickey's on medium. He pitted in lap 4? Is that correct? I think so. We have Ivano still out with damage, still doing good. Despite the damage, we have Grim now in 12th place, being chased down by Muller, and Grim's also on medium, looking to be out for a very long stint there, Grim. As we see Blue and Cartman now into the pits. Blue has chewed off his left front. We have Cartman fixing his damage. Is going to slow him down for a little bit longer than Blue, but he's out on track again. It's going to be hammer time all the way. Just not hammer time into the barrier, please. And no penalties for either car, so they're just gonna bring the noise. As we see, Flappy is understeering quite a bit through bridge corner there, and probably will do one more lap. Maybe he'll go in even this lap, but that remains to be seen. Ignore the P. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Could be a little bit of bug from Gran Turismo side, which is not. Yeah, I see it with Flappy too. So, and Flappy going in. So 13 laps on a soft tire. Will there be any fuel take? I don't think they're going to take on fuel for the first time. As we see Paul into the pits as well. And Bacchus taking over the lead with Chuck in second, third. Is it second? Chuck has taken care of his tires quite well. Not bad at all for his tire wear. And I see what Bacchus is doing. Do you guys see what Bacchus is doing? Because I see what he's doing. He is going for the long stretch, and yeah, this is going to be interesting. He could be in contention for a podium tonight. So don't count out Bacchus tonight. As we see, Blue has caught up to Chuck. There's no reason for Chuck to let Blue through, so maybe he can hold off Blue enough for Flappy to catch up again. Oh, and Blue actually managed to do an undercut because he's ahead of Flappy. And Blue just aggressively pushing himself through the second place there. And Chuck going into the pits. As we see, Flappy will now take up the fight to Blue. And we have Cartman right behind. Not very far behind either. Maybe a couple of seconds. So Blue, he's not as safe as I thought he would be. Blue is definitely not as safe as I thought he would be. He will have to push it as hard as he possibly can. Dig down deep, find every fiber of his body to stay in front of the two guys behind. Because this is not going to be easy for Blue one bit. But Bacchus might be the wild card on this one. As we see Gary now catching up a little bit too. His tires are starting to wear a little bit more, but the smaller fuel in the tank is definitely making it easier on the tires for Gary. He's closing in a little bit. Not by much, but a little bit. As we see Paul there. In front of H-Balls and Gadget. That Cayman seems to be working well for this track. Good, agile little Porsche. Hey SME, welcome. The race is 60 minutes. We've been racing for 23 minutes at the moment. Paul is really, yeah, he's really got this under control so far. It looks like the Lambo is a little bit faster. Paul is being pressured a little bit by the four-wheel drive machines at the moment. And the Gadget is just doing what he can in that Alpha. It lacks a little bit of top speed, but Gadget is trying to go for a move on H-Boss. He just lacks that top speed. As we see, H-Boss is trying to go for a move on the outside of Paul there into bridge corner. Will Paul be able to hold them off though? Oh, too wide through the chicane section. And Paul manages to stay in front in 6th place. As we see, H-Boss now has to slot back into 7th. A lot of good action here in the back of the field. We're just going to take a quick look at the top 4 lead. The guys are catching up to Bacchus as we speak. Blue Racer then under a second now to Flappy, and Cartman under a second to Flappy. So definitely a lot of action on track. We can't follow it all, but we're going to follow the action here for a little bit for the battle for 6th. Good, clean, close racing tonight. Yeah, Gadget is definitely waiting for his opportunity. He doesn't have the speed down the straight. That is where the Alpha struggles a little bit more. And I don't think the Porsche has that much of a speed either. But it looks like H-Boss is going for a new move into the tunnel section, managing to get himself into the 6th place. As we see Gadget trying to have a look on the inside into bridge corner, but backing out, knew he didn't have the distance up to Paul to make the move stick. So H-Boss then up into 6th, and Paul in a 4-wheel drive sandwich. It looks like Gadget is looking for a move. He's contemplating it. Gadget is contemplating a move on Paul there. Man, that Porsche is really... Oh, we got a little bit of contact between Paul and H-Boss, but hopefully no damage between them. No. Wow, the battle for 6th and 7th here is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, as we see, Paul is just struggling up the hill. The mighty 4-wheel drives. Gadget will have to go for a higher line. He just doesn't have the speed out of the corners though. And looks like Gadget makes the move into bridge corner and moves himself up into 7th place. A very good, clean move there from Gadget. We're going to take a look at the top 4 as we see Blue Racer has caught up to Bacchus. Bacchus' tires are starting to take a beating now, but Blue is chasing. He is looking for an overtake on Bacchus to get back into P1, but we have Flappy, we have Cartman, all wanting to get back into the top 3. And we have Blue up into P1 now. We have Bacchus just... Oh! Bacchus is being swarmed by locusts in this one. Flappy now up into 2nd place. We have Cartman trying to make a move to get up into 3rd place. Oh, wow. Almost 3 overtakes in 1 turn there on Bacchus, and he's wondering what the hell just happened. I mean, Bacchus didn't have anything to defend himself with there. Just the tires are gone. He doesn't have the grip that the top three boys has right now. But holy crap! And we see Flappy taking up the chase to Blue. We have Cartman sticking with it. No crashing here, boys. No crashing as we see Gary also trying to oh, the commentator's curse. Oh. Did Gary hit the wall as we scrolled over to him? We're going to take a look back right now to see if he understeered a little bit into the wall. Oh, yep. He understeered into the wall. Oh, Gary. The string of bad luck just seems to follow Gary around in his debut season of Adec. But you learn from it. As we see Chuck there in 9th place, I mean. We have Mickey there in 10th. He's been on those mediums since the very beginning. 19 laps on mediums. And he's still going for one more rotation. We have Muller there. Still doing his. That is true, Dennis. A shame, but luckily he was close to the stop. Ivan then in 12th had a very bad start, a crash and everything, but still going on. Ivano then down in 13th. We have Jules in 14th with a second penalty there in the Silvia, and we have Grim in 15th being chased down by the field. He's gone on a new set of mediums, so he's going to stay out on track for 2 long stints. So back to the battle for P2 and eventually P1, as we see Flappy trying to defend against Cartman and also trying to catch up to Blue and get on the attack. As we see Buck is now into the pits. Oh, and Blue, did he miss the turn? Did he understeer a little bit, or was that just a fakie? That might have been a fakie from Blue. Oh, should be careful doing that. Could have been a penalty. Managed to escape away from it though. Very close racing between the top 3 as we see H-Ball still trying to hold off Gadget. Paul is just keeping up with the 4-wheel drive machines. And we're going to stick with the battle for P2 and P1. Oh, had to take a little drink there. Been non-stop talking now for the past 32 minutes, so I can hear my voice crackling a little bit. I wish we had bigger lobbies because then I can have, or if Polyphony did like ACC and made specific spectator spots in the lobby, that would be awesome. But yeah, it is what it is. 16 drivers or 16 players in one lobby it's just too little. It's basically just too little. It's yeah. But back to the action as we see Flappy is still chasing down Blue. Blue has good control of his McLaren in this one. Not a big difference between tire wear between the top three here, but one of them do have a little bit more tire left to go on. In case some of the drivers are actually listening, I can't say exact numbers of tire wear. Pretty equal across the board as we see H-Boss. Now we have Gadget down in 6th now. Gadget struggling a little bit. Tires might have had enough at this point. So shouldn't be long until Gadget goes into the pits. We have Chuck there in 7th. Bacchus down in 8th with Gary. Grim letting the passing drivers through. And we have best sector time there from Flappy as they go down to Bridge Corner. Very close between the top three, don't you think? Just like a second and a half between the three of them. Not even that, I think. Yeah, just barely a second down to Cartman. They're all pushing as hard as they can. I think Flappy's pushing a little bit harder than anyone. He's got something to prove. He is the defending champion from the previous season. He definitely wants the victory. He definitely wants the championship back. And the Blue's got something to prove as well. He wants to be in the top. He wants to be the champion. Cartman almost was the champion last season, but missed it by a few points to Flappy. They're going to be sweating their asses off right now. Yeah, you're absolutely correct on that, Dennis. I know for a fact that Flappy's using a wheel. I think Blue and Cartman are still on pad, but they're probably sweating their hands off. That's for sure. We're probably going to hear it after the race anyway, as we see a best sector time from Flappy again. Best lap is from Cartman with a 131.4. As we see, Flappy does have a little bit more grip, it seems, than Blue at the moment. Blue is struggling a lot more. Blue has a little bit more tire wear. Oh, will Blue be able to survive? Let's hope we don't see any contact in this one. Race cleanly now, boys. Flappy has to find a proper way through, and we have Muller right in front of the leaders. Muller will have to do the blue flag way and move to the side and let these crazy turbo boys past. Still a big distance up to Muller though. He shouldn't need to slow down on this straight just yet. But damn, Flappy's got something to prove tonight, that is for sure. He had his first win last time around. Very easy with Cartman and Blue out of the picture. He did have some competition from Gary, but maybe it was debut nerves from Gary. Gary had a very good quali, had a very good start, and then it all went downhill from there. He probably would have been with the fight here tonight as well, but just the Bugatti's just too heavy. As we see H-Boss still fighting with Paul, and Paul putting up a fight. That Cayman is really good on this track. So go Paul! Top 6 for the Ukrainian boys. Not bad at all so far. We have about 21 minutes left in this race. And Flappy's giving it his all. We have Muller still in front of them. He will have to move over to the side on the start-finish straight. Otherwise, there might be penalties occurring. And we see Flappy going into the pits. He's going to try and go for an undercut. As we see Blue now trying to get some slipstream out of Muller. As we see Cartman now trying to keep up the chase. I don't know. I can check it out later, Dennis, how heavy that Bugatti actually is, but I think it's very heavy, yeah. I would be surprised if it wasn't below 2 tons. Or just under 2 tons. The other cars are built for this kind of thing. They're high-performance machines. The Bugatti is, well, it is a high-performance machine, but heavy weight. As we see in Lano in front, Blue Racer now has no grip left in that left front. As we see Cartman has a little bit more. He's catching on. Like I said, don't count Cartman out in this one, but yeah, Cartman is right up Blue's gearbox at this moment. Taking a very narrow turn through the last turn as we see both of them going into the pits. Who has saved the most fuel? Okay, we see who has saved the most fuel. As we see Flappy now in third, right in front of Gary. Gary there. He's done good so far in this race. He's not had many mistakes. He has had one hit in the wall, and that was about it for Gary. Let's hope the commentary curse doesn't strike him twice. As we see, Bacchus has gone on mediums. H-Boss there on soft. He's pushing everything he's got right now. Paul, we have Gadget, we have Chuck. So, yeah. Oh, and Blue comes out right before Flappy, or right after Flappy there. We're going to take a look back at the replay on that one as soon as it calms down between the two. And Cartman managed to get out first. As we see, the fuel load is pretty damn equal between the three of them right now. As we see Flappy trying to cover the corner into bridge corner there and defending his position. He has got to hold off Blue as much as possible. It's either going to be Flappy, it's either going to be Blue, or it's going to be Cartman tonight on the top spot. I will be honest, this season has been pretty chill, pretty boring on some of the tracks, but this one has really picked up the pace. The Group 4s are always fun to watch. Oh, as we see Flappy going highly defensive on the start-finish straight. Blue Racer's just sucked into his slipstream and right up his gearbox, right up the exhaust pipes. Come on, boys, no crashing now! Keep it together. We see Blue gathering a lot of height. He's gathering a lot of grip. And Flappy is doing his absolute finest now to try and defend his position. He does not want Blue to get past. We have Cartman now almost 3 seconds ahead of Flappy and Blue. We're going to keep on with Flappy and Blue. We're going to try and pay attention to Bacchus and Gary as well. But Flappy is doing a hell of a job now, just trying to keep Blue behind. Flappy's probably going to have to take a shower after this one. Flappy again going defensive, but Blue seems to have the better line out of the last turn. He's just a back wheel on Flappy there. He has to back off a little bit. I think Flappy is still doing 2D. I think Flappy is more or less like me when he uses the VR headset. He gets headaches from it, which is a shame. I love the VR headset, but I hate what it's doing to me. I think Flappy is more or less the same. It's less extreme on him, from what I've heard. But Gadget is fully using VR. I think H-Boss, or was it the other one that was using VR? And we have Paul Pochasvili there. I think he's also using VR. As we see a best sector time from Flappy again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Flappy would have loved this battle in VR, that's for sure. But I'm thinking he's also enjoying it right now. As we have 15 minutes on the clock left in this one. It's been a very, very active race between these two. As we see Flappy with a new best lap time of 1:31.3. As we see Gary into the pits again. And with the half-second penalty, Bacchus then taking the 4th position. He's not going into the pits again. He is done with his pit stop, so he's done a 1-stop on a mixed set of tires on the first stint. As we see H-Boss still staying in front of Paul there, and Paul staying with him like a very blood-sucking creature. Paul is not letting go of that Lambo. That Porsche is freakishly good on Deep Forest. That Porsche is seriously good. That is seriously good. As we see Gadget there in 7th, going back to the battle for top P2. Blue is trying everything in the book except throwing rocks at Flappy just to get him to, get out of the way. I think what Blue needs now is machine guns and rocket launchers and oil slick. No, he needs rocket launchers, machine guns, a freaking bazooka, tractor beam. He needs it all. Flappy needs spikes and oil slicks. That's what Flappy needs right now. Just look at how close it is between them two. These two have been fighting the entire race, and also Cartman, but Cartman has managed to slip away. But damn, these guys, they have not let up. Just do like in GTA and shoot a tire. Yep, that always works. Driving along, minding your own business, boom, barrier. As we see, Blue is trying to go for a move on the outside into bridge corner. Flappy has it covered on the inside though. Oh, a little bit of contact between them. Blue is trying everything. At this moment, I think just throwing anything at Flappy will have to be something to attempt. Flappy, oh, it's so close between them as Blue has to go a little bit higher out of the last turn. And Flappy again going defensive up the hill. This is some of the best racing I've seen so far this season in Adec. Let me tell you. As we have 10 minutes remaining almost. These two are not letting up. Blue is catching more height through the hairpin. He's got more speed out of the hairpin, but Flappy still covers him off. Just look at how close it is between them. Jeez. These two are not letting off. But with this fighting, Cartman is just moving away from both of them and just having a wonderful chill race at the end. Flappy and Blue are just, they're at the biggest war on track currently. Holy hell. Just gonna take a quick look down to Paul and H-Boss as we see Gadget also. They're fighting as well, the battle for 6th. Again, oh, H-Boss managing to go on the outside. Paul trying to go on the inside through Beach Corner. Gadget also catching up to this fight. Oh, come on, Gadget. And back to P2 and 3. As we see, Flappy is covering the inside line. But will Blue have more speed? And that looks to be it for now. But I don't think this fight is done by a long shot. I think Flappy's going to try and come back. Blue's going to try everything in the book now to keep Flappy behind. Blue just catching, gathering as much height as he possibly can through that hairpin turn. As we see H-Boss and Paul still fighting it out with Gadget right behind. We're going to take a look at Mr. Chuck as he is trying to defend against Gary. Gary trying to fight then for 8th. We have Ivano in 10th there. We have 11 for Mickey, 12 for Ivan, Muller in 13. We have Jules in 14 and Grim there in 15th. So Cartman then just, the last stretch of the race, he's just going to have a Sunday race, a very chill finish to the race itself. As we see Blue and Flappy, they're still warring it out, but Flappy might be waiting for a mistake now from Blue. We see Bacchus then. No wait, H-Boss and Paul and Gadget. They're still battling for position. It's been very close between these three as well. Very good racing tonight. Very, very good indeed. And Flappy then still trying to find his way back into 2nd place as he tried to go. Oh, that's not going to work for Flappy. Oh, Flappy, I saw what Flappy was doing. He was trying to go for a dive bomb and get his 2nd place back, but I know what Blue is doing. He's catching more grip on the track. He's catching more up higher line on the hairpin to get as much speed out of the hairpin as he possibly can and stay in front of Flappy, as Blue then, very close to the wall there. Come on, boys, don't jinx yourself here. Don't push it too hard. Just hard enough to be on the safe side, but not hard enough to be in the wall. Oh, little bit of tail slide there from Blue. But Blue doing a hell of a job tonight. Blue and Flappy has had an insanely good race together. As we see Paul still trying to get in front of H-Boss. H-Boss trying everything he can to keep that Porsche behind. Come on, leave me alone. That's probably what Boss is saying right now. Please leave me alone. Get away from me. And that Porsche is just, nope. Just look at this. The Porsche is just so good in the slipstream. He's sticking with Boss like nothing. He's just struggling a little bit to get past, trying to look for a move through, but still not able to do so. And we have the battle for P2 still. These two will not let up. These two will not let up one single bit. They are... Oh! Flappy with a little mistake. We'll have to get that gap back as we see H-Boss and Paul still. Two battles on track. Almost the same distance between each other. And yeah, the tire wear isn't very different between them. We have H-Boss with a little bit more. But I think it's true what you said, Dennis. The Lambo are very cheap on their tires. They hold on to them quite long. Very good cars for tire management. That's for sure. As we see Blue and Flappy. Flappy has lost a little bit of gap to Blue. We'll have to catch that back. Both drivers are probably getting dead tired at this moment. Oh, was it Luke? Oh yeah, it was Luke. Okay, never mind. My brain is at, you know, yeah, scrambled mess right now. As we see, yeah, H-Boss is running low on fuel as well. Should last the last 3 minutes. Yeah, they both are running a little bit low. They should have enough to push for the last few laps. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Oh, what in the world happened? As we take a look back. Did they lose control or was it contact? Oh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. We're gonna take a new look. I'm not sure what happened there. Did Paul strike him? Oh, there might have been contact between them. Might have been some lag contact between them. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, back to the fight for P2. As the battle for P5 is now a little bit gone. Yeah, maybe a little bit of netcode in the mix. As I think, yeah, there are probably 2 more laps, potentially. Gadget in 5th then. Cartman now almost 7 seconds in front. But who of these two will win this battle? Will it be Blue? Will it be Flappy? Oh, Flappy's doing the same thing as Blue, but they're just side by side through the hairpin. Not a lot of room. Now Blue is doing what Flappy did a few laps earlier. He's defending for his life as Flappy has got him on the side. Blue will have to go on the inside into bridge corner. Flappy will have to get past on the outside. But Blue has covered on the inside there as we see Vlave in front. We haven't seen much of Vlave tonight. As we see Flappy then just backing off a little bit. Not an easy section to make an overtake in. And the twisties, oh, a little bit of tail slide there from Flappy. We're going to have one more lap with Blue and Flappy at least. 40 seconds remaining of round 5. Very, very good race between the top 3. And now the battle for second. Blue has given it his all tonight. Same with Flappy. They've both done a remarkable race of just staying alive and not crashing. And this is going to be precarious. Ivan will have to get out of the way, and he does. As we see Blue and Flappy now on the final lap. Will it be a new P2 or will the positions remain the same? Flappy will have to think of something. Will he be able to get through? Will it be third for Flappy? How is this race going to end for the battle for second? I think Blue might have Flappy at this moment. The fuel loads are getting extremely low as well. I don't know if they have enough to push the last lap, as we see Paul, Gadget, H-Boss, and Chuck have now finished, and we do see Paul in 5th place. So I think, yeah, Gadget's tires were just mashed to pieces. As we see Cartman coming through the final turn to take a very good win tonight. Had a little bit of a meeting with a wall, I think, and still managing to take the win. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Cartman first, we have Blue Racer in second. A hell of a job from Blue there, and Flappy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Flappy pushed a little too much and used too much fuel. Yeah, that is possible indeed. As we see Bacchus there in 4th. A hell of a good race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, my voice is going to be freaking destroyed tomorrow. Oh my goodness, this was... I don't think I've seen such a good race in a long while, and this was definitely one of the best. So much action on track. The battle for 5th, the battle for 2nd, and wow. Yeah, impossible to predict the top 3, that's for sure, Dennis. And yeah, congratulations to Cartman, Flappy, and Blue for this one. Wow, a very, very good race indeed. We're gonna check the scores. As we see, Flappy, Cartman has P1 and also the fastest lap of the race with a 131.0, and then we have Blue, Flappy, Bacchus, Paul, Gadget, H-Boss, Chuck, and we have Ivano, Mickey, Ivan, Muller, Jules, Grim, and Gary. Gary left. I think Gary might have disconnected at the very end there, but he should be able to keep his position. So yeah, that was a very good race. Now we're going to take a look at the replay and see what happened to Cartman. Well, Blue, from what I could see in the last pit stop between you two, you had both the same amount of fuel, but then again, Cartman didn't have to push as much in the last 5 or 10 laps as you and Flappy, because he was just on a Sunday stroll at that point when he got past you both. Wasn't much he needed to do just to just survive and stay ahead. He didn't really have to push in the end. But we're going to take a look at the incident that caused Cartman to drop from 1st to 3rd. Yeah. So Cartman, and fast forward to lap 10 or lap 9. All right, let's take a look at what happened to Cartman. I am curious to see what happened. Was it at the beginning of lap 10 or was it the end of lap 10? Let's analyze the situation. Oh no, here we go. That's how that happened. Maybe a lapse of concentration for a moment. And you just sent, yeah, I think understeer and a lapse of judgment for him to understeer right in there. Yeah, I think that's basically what happened. He understeered right into it. Unfocused maybe, and then got some damage from that. But for him to take the win regardless is that is really something to behold for sure. So yeah, hit the wall and got some damage. It happens to the best of us. And yeah, that is that. I am. Oh, my voice is tired now. Whew. So yeah, that is it for round 5. Round 6 will be in 2 weeks' time. What was that? I think that is Group 3 next time around. Gonna take a look right now. Next race will be Group 3s at Maggiore full course. So that is going to be interesting. Then we have Nürburgring Sprint for the Group 4s again, and the finale the 7th of December with the Circuit de les Arts and Group 1s to finish off the year. So one more Group 3 race, one more Group 4, and one more Group 1. And the Adec season for 2023 is over. And unfortunately, my announcement will come of something in the last race. Yeah, I will give an announcement to something in the last race, and it might not be happy news for everyone, but it's something that I have to do, and it feels right for me to do. So with that said, that cliffhanger, I will leave you with this one. I hope you all enjoyed the race tonight. It was definitely a good one to watch. My voice is going to suffer a little bit for a couple of hours now, but it will get better. So yeah, see you in 2 weeks, and hope you have a nice weekend, have a nice night, and yeah. Yeah, you might have heard it. You might have heard it, Dennis. If you read the drivers room chat on PSN, you probably know what I'm referring to. But I'm gonna dropped the bomb on the last race. It feels right to me to do it um, for the future, and just yeah, we'll we'll reveal that news when it comes the time comes. So with that said, I have been your commentator Kimari for tonight, and hope you enjoyed. Have a safe weekend, and catch you soon. Bye bye.